Rehan, what a beautiful day it was for an Indian cricket fan, and to be an England cricket fan as well. I mean, going into day five, the match is quite evenly poised. The equation is quite simple. England need approximately 347, 48 odd runs. India need 10 wickets, and there is rain that is predicted for tomorrow. Jasprit Bumrah will be bowling the first ball and the last ball if it goes down till the wire. I mean, it is quite evenly poised, but to let's talk about how we started the day. Shubman Gill getting out on the very first over. Obviously, we wanted him to score a 50 at least so that he could set up the match for the people for the likes of Rishabh Pant and Jadeja to take it forward. But I mean, what application from Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul, especially in the second session, because फर्स्ट सेशन में लंच के पहले ऋषभ पंत क्वाइट टेंटेटिव दिख रहे थे कि उनको यहाँ मारना है वहां मारना है, बहुत क्लोज था, उनकी विकेट कभी भी जा सकती थी, बट आई थिंक आफ्टर ही गॉट टू दैट 50 मार्क उन्होंने डिसाइड करा नहीं अब तो मैं मारूंगा और अब मैं खोल दूंगा सामने वालों को एंड
नहीं, वेरी
रादर
वेरी सेंसिबल,
या एंड
वेरी सेंसिबल.
exactly and let's talk about KL Rahul because I think he deserves much more praise than Rishabh Pant because for Rishabh Pant to do what he does you need a person like a Cheteshwar Pujara or a KL Rahul for that matter over here to hold fort at one end और उन्होंने कल भी बैटिंग करी थी आज भी बैटिंग करी आज उनको अटैक करना था पर उसके पहले वो आउट हो गए बट उसके अलावा उन्होंने जो 137 रन्स बनाए आई मीन द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट इज एज इक्विवेलेंट टू 237.
100%. Again, temperamentally very strong. He seemed to be in quite a good nick even in the first innings. If he hadn't got out, he would have scored 100 for sure. मतलब कोई फॉल स्ट्रोक नहीं, कुछ वीकनेस नहीं particularly against the moving ball. He was able to leave the ball very correct and to carry forward from yesterday. It shows how far he has come as a test batter, and he
Exactly.
has scored hundreds everywhere outside India. So kudos to him with the way he played. Very crucial innings. Looking at the situation of the lower order and the tail enders, that innings was quite required because see, we had a collapse again. We gave away 6 wickets for 31 runs, which
Again,
is quite shocking. If you remove that innings out of the equation, the score would be drastically less. So kudos to the way Rahul played, and of course, cannot take out Rishabh Pant. I think he's shown his 27 crore worth. Not at the right stage, but yeah, much needed.
उसने उसने पूरे आईपीएल में जितने रन मिला के मारे रहेंगे उसमें उसने एक ही टेस्ट मैच में दोनों इनिंग्स मिला के मार दिए.
But again, Naman, very sensible innings. He knows when to take the risk.
Agreed.
No wild strokes and no rashness in his play. He knows his game very well, and he knows when he has to take down the opposition. I think that awareness is very important, and that shows you how far he has matured as a player, especially in test matches. I think he is the best number five India have had in a long time. Somebody who is consistent and who plays well.
Not just in India,
Difficult
abroad too. Yeah.
abroad too.
I mean, he
Difficult
plays
for
better in abroad. He plays better abroad than in India.
100%. See, it's obviously difficult to score hundreds abroad, and I think
Correct.
it's his third or fourth hundred in England,
Fourth, yeah.
and it's been terrific from him. See, again, India would be a little disappointed with the way they finished. Would have probably right to go beyond 400. But having said that, it's still, as you mentioned, an even contest going into day five, where all three results are possible. But I think England should be more optimistic of their chances because they have done it in the past. 2022 in Birmingham, they chased a score of 378.
Correct.
And looking at this wicket, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's the flattest English wicket that I have seen, where there is hardly any
Yes.
movement of
After
the
Trent
ball.
Bridge, yeah, yeah.
So I believe they have a chance. It's only how you play Jasprit Bumrah. If you can counter him, I think it's England's game.
I think there were a few dangerous signs for India in the middle session where Ben Stokes was bowling and there was a crack outside the right-hander's off stump and the ball was bouncing. But as England had opted for the harder roller before their innings resumed, I think there was not much effect with the new ball because the pitch was completely flat. Tomorrow also again they'll have a light roller or a heavy roller in the morning. So expect at least for another 10-12 overs when the ball is brand new for the pitch to not have any demons inside. But once you go past that 20 over mark, the 20 to 40 over mark, where the ball is still considerably new and that pitch will play a few tricks, that is somewhere I think India have to capitalize. And for that, the utilization of Shardul Thakur, the bowler, is of optimum. I mean, it's quite important that we use him more than just bowling 6-10 overs. Maybe bowl him for 15 overs and use Bumrah for shorter and sharper 4-4 over spells.
100% I agree with your point. If you are only going to play Shardul Thakur for 6 overs, then there's no point of playing him.
Exactly.
Utilize his abilities, try and get him into the attack, make him swing the ball. See, he has played in England before,
Yeah.
and you know his abilities that he can, swing the ball.
Yeah.
If not both ways, at least he can get the outswinger spot on. So give him the good amount of run, at
Perfect.
least initially. Let us see how he goes about his business. And of course, it all comes down to how Siraj and Prasidh, how they, build a partnership. Because I think over reliance on Bumrah would hurt India. And I was just I was
Yeah,
just
go.
seeing Jadeja finishes over.
Yeah.
See, the ball was relatively new, but there's not much break of the
Yes.
wicket.
Agreed. And there are only two left-handers in the top eight of England. That is Ben Stokes and Ben Duckett. You don't expect Ben Duckett to be around when Jadeja comes on to bowl around the 20-25th over. So there is no real weapon in terms of quality spin. It's not turning off the square for the right-hander. But one thing that India can do tomorrow is when I mentioned that 15-20 over के बाद वो crack खुलेगा. And I think Prasidh Krishna kind of a bowler who has height, who can bang the ball harder, will be the most dangerous, even more dangerous than Bumrah, only for right-handers from that end. So I think for starters, Bumrah should bowl 3 overs from one side, and you should start with Shardul Thakur along with Bumrah because what is happening is you are using Siraj and Bumrah. उसके बाद प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा आ रहा है, he is leaking runs and from the other end Shardul Thakur is bowling or either Jadeja is bowling. तो वो
Hmm.
कंट्रोल नहीं है. सो आई थिंक टू कंट्रोल द इनिंग्स once Bumrah finishes his spell, a consistent 10 over spell from from Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj can completely open up the game. अगर उन्होंने एक या दो विकेट भी निकाल ली ना, बुमराह कमिंग बैक आफ्टर द 22nd 23rd ओवर जहां पे भी बॉल वापस थोड़ा थोड़ा मूवमेंट करेगा, इट विल बी अगेन लाइक सो 30 overs of plain simple fast bowling, you pick up 2-3 wickets and put England under pressure. That should be the uh,
Game plan.
yeah, game plan for tomorrow. That is what I think. But again, Shubman Gill and Gautam Gambhir are known to do something out of the ordinary and give away the match.
One more thing that we should know, we already do, is that the English batting is quite deep. They
Correct.
almost bat till 9. So
Yes.
it's not going to be easy. You need to pick wickets in a hurry.
Yep.
Otherwise, they could play for a draw. If the
Yep.
situation becomes worse for them,
Yes.
uh, it all comes down to the first session, I would say. If England don't lose out on wickets, then I think it's definitely their game to win. But if India somehow can get 2 or 3 wickets in the first session, then definitely India have a chance.
I think with the amount of rain that is scheduled for tomorrow, the phase where the rain comes, is the ball old, is the ball soft, is there any reverse swing on for any account? It's a lot of things are at play tomorrow. It's a real test for Shubman Gill's captaincy as well. If he's able to win from such a scenario against such a daring and daunting batting lineup, I think it'll just be a boost for his confidence and set the tone for the rest of the series because if India go on to lose, if not even for a draw, if they go on to lose, then I don't think then we can make a comeback because then you only have Bumrah for a couple of test matches after this. This is the
No,
best
you are right.
chance.
You are right. But I think a lot of introspection has to be done.
Exactly,
Even
yeah.
if India go on to win this test
Hmm.
match,
Yeah,
they'll have to see what they have to do about their bowling combination.
yep,
Maybe try and get somebody like a Kuldeep and define the role of Shardul Thakur. If you're not going to use him as a bowler, might as well take Nitish Kumar Reddy
exactly.
and give him a chance.
And I think this in this match as well, Karun Nair was not able to make a mark. I think he'll get one more opportunity. Given that there's a longer break between the two test matches, there are 7 to 8 days of break. You might expect Bumrah to play the next match as well. If not, then let's see. I think that's a discussion we can have tomorrow. But more importantly, day five promises to be an exciting one. Hopefully, we end up on the winning line and then on the winning side. And then when you see us tomorrow, we shall be victorious. If you don't see us tomorrow, that means that we have lost the match. So that's it, guys. Rehan, anything? Oh, okay, wait, we forgot our segment, right? Uh,
Yeah,
player.
players to watch out for.
No, no, prediction is the most important one for tomorrow.
I'll pick England to win tomorrow. I think Root should be that key player to perform tomorrow.
And India के side से
India के side से I would pick Prasad Krishna.
interesting, and I liked how you anti-jinxed your statement. I know what you're trying to do here, but I'll pick India for the win tomorrow. My player to watch out for from England would be Zach Crawley, and from India it would be interesting. I would like to see how Mohammad Siraj goes tomorrow because he's under the scanner. He's not on fire. A lot of people who are batting against him are on fire. You might just see him being dropped the next match if he's not able to perform and get Arshdeep Singh in for the next match. And when Bumrah is rested for the third or whatever one, and then you might expect him to come back to maintain that level of experience in the bowling lineup. So let's hope that Siraj steps up tomorrow and saves his place in the playing 11. That's it, guys. It's gonna be a cracker of a contest tomorrow. Hopefully, we are on the winning side. Bye bye.